Dr. Joe DeMarco, chiropractor and owner of OcraMed Health. And today's video is how to build a bigger, thicker upper chest area. Now, for anyone who works out or lifts weights, you know what I'm talking about. This is a very difficult area to build. If you're one of the lucky few who naturally have a bigger, thicker upper chest, great, but most of us don't. And I want to go over a little bit of how you can go about doing this. Now, I believe there's two reasons why people have a difficult time building a bigger upper chest area. One is they don't understand the anatomy, and two, they don't understand the mechanics. So that's what we're going to cover today. We're going to go over that. I'm going to start right now with just some quick basic anatomy of the upper chest area. So let's take a look at the anatomy. A big misconception when it comes to the upper pec area or the upper chest area is I've heard so many people say, well, the upper chest or the upper pec, you have to work your pec minor because that's your upper pec. That's so incorrect. This picture here is of the pec minor. As you can see, pec minor is a very small muscle, comes off the coracoid process of the scapula. It actually inserts into the third, fourth, and fifth ribs. It's not even anywhere near the upper chest area. So if anyone's telling you that it's the pec minor that needs to be worked, they're just giving you misinformation. Now from over here on this other picture, this is the pec major, and right here is what we call the clavicular section of the pec major. It comes off the clavicle and it attaches to the humerus. This is your upper pec area. The clavicular section of the pec major. The bulk of the pec major is down here. This is the area we want to target when we're trying to thicken the upper chest area. Okay, so there's the anatomy of the pectoralis major. We're going to target that clavicular section, that upper pec area. Now to do that, we have to understand, okay, what motions does that clavicular portion produce? Well, it produces flexion, it produces what we call horizontal adduction, and it produces internal rotation. So now that we know that, that knowledge is how we're going to target the clavicular portion of the pectoralis major. Now, first off, my goal of this video is not to give you a complete routine for the upper pec. What I want to do is I want you to begin using this one particular exercise I'm going to give you into your upper pec routine. If you don't have an upper pec routine, we'll talk about that right now. The best way to work your upper pec area, the clavicular section, is to do incline motions. So if you're not already doing that, do it, and understand the best angle to do that at would be between 30 and 45 degrees. That's what research has shown as far as activating that clavicular portion of the pec major. So have your bench at 30 to 45 degrees and use incline barbells, incline dumbbell movements. Try to keep the movements actually a little on the heavier side when we're working that clavicular section. Also, I've found that another interesting exercise that actually does very well for targeting the clavicular section of the pec major is actually doing a reverse grip bench press. So if you're not doing that, give that a try. Start off with some lighter weight till you get used to that position, but that's another good exercise that you can throw in. So we're working on incline barbell, incline dumbbells, play around with that reverse grip bench press. If you're doing the incline work, the bench is going to be between 30 to 45 degrees. That's going to be your base as far as the heavier movements. And then the movement I'm going to show you is to be performed in a lighter manner, where we're really going to concentrate on contracting and squeezing that clavicular section of the pectoralis major. And we're going to get some blood flow in there, and we're going to get some good contraction in that muscle. And you're going to add that in to your incline or your upper pec workout routine. Okay, so I want to show you this upper pec exercise. This is going to be more of a higher rep, lighter weight, so that you're really getting a good squeeze and contraction on that clavicular portion of the pectoralis major. It's also meant to be a little lighter because I really want you to focus on that part of the muscle. And sometimes when people add too much weight, too many other muscles get kicked in, and I don't want that. I want you to concentrate on squeezing that clavicular portion. Now, this can be done at home with the simple exercise band, just attached down towards the floor area. I prefer to do it in the gym with a bench set at 30 to 45 degrees and using a cable. So if you can get into the gym and do it in the gym, great. If not, you can do it at home with exercise bands. I'm going to make a little bit of a mock incline bench here with this seat. So I'm going to pretend like I'm in a utility bench where I have it set back at 30 to 45 degrees. And I have the resistance pulling me this way. So if you're sitting in front of at the cable machine, you're on the side of the cable machine with the handle to the cables, 30 to 45 degree angle. Let's break it down. So clavicular portion of the pectoralis major, where we're producing flexion, which is right here, horizontal adduction, which is going to be bringing us across, and internal rotation, which is bringing our hand this way. So we're going to do it with one hand. You can use the other hand to brace onto the bench. So we're just doing this one arm at a time, because if you use two arms, you're going to have to do a lot of crisscrossing. It's best to just concentrate on one arm, do it one side at a time, hold on to the side of your bench. You're going to press up. You're coming across as far as you can, and as you're coming across with horizontal adduction, you're internally rotating, and you're going across as far as you can, and really concentrating on squeezing that clavicular portion of the pec major. And then come all the way back down, let it stretch you down this way, and then come back up this way. Get a good stretch coming down, flexion, horizontal adduction, and internal rotation. When you break it down, even in a nice slow motion, and I'm doing this with a very light resistance, I'm really feeling that squeeze on the clavicular portion of the pec major. So pressing up, coming right across, and internally rotating that arm. That's the motion we're going to do. I'm going to show you from a little different angle. So I just want to show from above to show you how that clavicular portion of the pec major is doing all the work on this exercise. So I'm pressing, flexion, horizontal adduction, and internal rotation. And as you can see, it's all that clavicular portion of the pec major that's doing all the work. I'm pressing, adducting, and internally rotating. And that upper pec, the clavicular portion, is doing all the work. My lower pec actually is in a relaxed state. It's really not doing anything. And it's that upper pec, which is what we want to target, that's doing all the work on this exercise. So this is a great exercise to really squeeze at the top, really get that muscle squeezing, and then coming down. That's why I recommend lightweight, high reps, maybe 12 to 15 repetitions, and at the top really squeeze and then come back down. Great exercise. So give that exercise a try. It's a great exercise. What I would recommend doing is work on your heavy movements first and use that as a finishing exercise at the end of your upper chest routine. This is the type of stuff we do at OcraMed Health. We have research-based exercises to pinpoint how to make muscles grow so you build lean muscle mass without the bulk. If you're looking for an exercise program that's customized just for you, consisting of calisthenic and gymnastic movements and weight training, then visit my website, www.OcraMedHealth.com, for more information. If you're enjoying these videos, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, OcraMed Health. Questions on exercises or injuries, just leave a comment in the comment section below. I always do everything I can to get back to everyone right away. And don't forget, OcraMed Health, keeping you fit forever.